To create your folder, make sure you select the newly created module. In this case, Module 1, Introductory Assignments, will be selected. Once the module is selected, you will go to the Build Content tab and you will select Content Folder. You will then name your folder and fill out the rest of the criteria and properties needed for this particular folder. In this case, if we want to add a folder called Lectures, we simply type in the name, give it a color. This is optional in case you want to stress the importance of a folder, or if you want to color code your content. Lectures can be a certain color, assignments can be a certain color. Whatever the folder that you have created may be assigned a color for the particular title of that folder. Then in the text box, you can enter in a description. The description can say what the folder contains. It can be written out in paragraph form, or it can be listed in some sort of ordered or unordered list. Once the content that you wish to include is in there, then you can worry about selecting the different types of options, the availability option and visibility options. Here you can set whether you want your viewers to see the content immediately, so you can choose to permit the users to view it. You can also track the number of views that your users are accessing the content of this particular folder. You can set date and time restrictions. You can set the availability of this particular folder by displaying or selecting to display the folder after a certain date and a certain time, and having it displayed until a certain date and a certain time. Once you have selected this criteria, then you are ready to submit the folder to be created. One word of caution with date and time restrictions. Be aware that once the folder is no longer or has exceeded or passed the display deadline, the folder will and all of its content will not be available to the viewer. The same thing with selecting no for the users to view the content of that folder. If you select no and you have subfolders or nested folders within this folder that you're creating, everything within there and its content will not be viewable to the user. All right, once you have determined those dates and times and you have set your criteria, if you do not set any date or time restrictions and you have allowed your users to view the content, then the folder will remain available and all its content as well. We will select Submit. Once the Submit button is pressed, you will see that your folder is now visible under your Module 1 Introductory Assignments module that we created. You will also notice the table of contents on the left side. This table of contents will show all the folders and nested folders. If you would like to create more folders, simply repeat the process again and more folders will show up on your list in your table of contents and on your content page. To create nested folders, you follow the same process, except you will click into the lectures folder, and in here you will get a contents page. At this point, you follow the same steps. You simply go to Build Content, select Content Folder, and there you will see the same table or the same form to fill out as well. Let's do a temporary folder here, and I will select it and submit it. So you can see the hierarchy that is being created as the folders are being added to this particular module. That is it for this portion of creating folders in your modules.